Hey, hello everyone, welcome back. My name is really good. So your day is really good. Guys, today I'm going to show you how to make a boost system where when you buy a boost, you get a limited time boost in a certain amount of time. So we have a 1 hour boost and 1 minute boost. If I press the coin, I get 1 coin. If I buy the 1 minute boost, let's buy it. There we go. And it's bought. It starts counting down. And instead of getting 1 coin now, you get 2 because it doubles. So, and now I'll show you how to make it. Okay guys, so the first thing we want to do is to add a script in the server script service. So if you go into server script service, let's add this script. And let's rename this script main script. So first we're going to get the data stores. So local data store service equals game get service data store service. Local data store equals data store service get data store game data. Then local main module equals require script wait for child main module. And we're going to make the main module right after. Then local run service. No. Then we're going to see when the player joins. So game.player is the player added connect function PLR. Local success comma table equals pcall function return data store get sync plr.name plr.name plr.user id. Right underneath here, we're going to write if table is nil to nil, then that means the player, if the player is not new, then main module dot player added plr.name comma nil. If table equals nil, that means if the player is new, then main module dot player added plr.name comma nil. Oh sorry, right up here we're going to change this to table, not nil. Table, like this with a big T. Okay, so now when the player leaves, we're going to write game.players.player removing connect function plr. Local success comma table equals pcall function. So local function save data brackets current data return main module dot player stats plr.name. Right underneath we're gonna find the boosts. So for I comma boost in pairs main module dot player stats plr.name dot boost do if boost dot start time is bigger than 0, then then boost dot remain time should be equals to brackets boost dot remain time minus tick. So we're just gonna make a new bracket right here. So tick minus boost dot start time close and not close the bracket right there. So we have two brackets at the end. Boost dot start time should be equals to 0. And outside the for loop, we're going to write return data store update sync plr.name .user ID comma save data without any brackets at the end, of course, only this one to close the update async function. Then right underneath, if success, then print plr.name data saved. Right underneath we're gonna write main module.player stats plr.name should be equals to 0. Okay, so now let's make our main module. So if we can make a new module underneath the so right inside the main script. So right here, I'm going to change this to main module. Change these to main module 2. And now let's write the main module scripts. So main module.player stats equals, so that this is a new table. We're going to make a new table. Function main module dot player added name comma table. If table equals nil, then main module dot player stats name should be equals to this. This is so we make a new table again. Main module dot player stats name. And then we write coins equals, let's just say 0 coins at the beginning because we're a new player, so we shouldn't have any coins. Main module.player stats name, then boosts should be equals to, now let's make a new table. There we go. So right now we're just gonna leave those empty. And we're gonna make a new table underneath right there. We can write start time should be equals to 0. Remain time should be equals to 0. And ID should be equals to 0 currently. We're gonna get the IDs afterwards. Then we can just copy and paste it. There we go. And add this right here at the end. And we can just change this because they shouldn't be the same. So let's just change this to an A. Right underneath, we're gonna write main module.player stats, player stats name. And yeah, okay. So now right here we're gonna write else. So if the player is not new, if the player has been playing before, main module.player stats name equals table for big T. For I, boost in pairs, main module.player stats name and then dot boosts do if boost dot remain time is bigger than 0, then boost dot start time should be equals to tick. Tick is a very precise tick is just to get the very precise time currently instead of writing os.time. Then we're gonna fire functions, so we can just write game.replicatorStorage.boost event. We're gonna make a boost event afterwards. Fire client game.players name comma boost dot remain time comma boost dot id. Then we can just add a wait right here, so it doesn't do it very quickly, so it doesn't lag, of course. Then we can make a what's it called, Then we can make a leader stats. So local function GD, global leader GD. So now we're just gonna make a new function, local function GD. Local leader stats equals instance.new folder. Leader stats dot name should be equals to leader stats, and leader stats dot parent should be equals to game.player's name. So the player. Local coins should be equals to instance.new int value coins dot name should be of course equals to coins, and coins dot parent should be equals to leader stats. And right underneath we're gonna fire the function, so GD and brackets. Okay, so now underneath we can make some new things. So first we want to update the leaderboard or leader stats. So function main module dot update stats plr dot leader stats dot coins dot value should be equals to main module dot player stats plr dot name dot coins. Underneath here we can make a new function. So function main module dot more coins plr. This is just to make the coin function. So every time you press the button, you get more coins. So here we're gonna make the function for that. So local remain time and local start time. Here we check for boost if he has any active boosts. So for so what we can do here is instead of writing, we can just go up here, take this, Control C, Control V, so copy paste, and then we can just change this to plr.name. But actually the thing is we don't really need that, so we can just take this, remove it, actually write instead start time equals boost dot start time, and remain time equals boost dot remain time. And we did write it correctly, right? Start time, yeah, we did. Yeah, good, okay. And then right underneath we're gonna break it if it finds, of course, a boost that's active, because we just don't want to continue to loop through it if we already have found a boost that works. So if remain time and remain time minus brackets tick, so the current time minus the start time is bigger or equals to 0, then main module dot player stats plr.name dot coins should be plus equals brackets 1 times 2, else main module dot player stats plr.name dot coins should just be plus equals 1. Right underneath we can update now the data stats, so main module dot update stats plr. There we go. Okay, so now we're gonna make a new module inside the main script. So we're gonna find the module scripts, and so there we go. We're gonna change this to product module, and we can just change these to product module 2. There we go. So this first thing we're going to do is we're going to write local main module. So we're going to get the module, main module require script.parent.main module. Right underneath, we're going to write IDs equals go. So we make a new table. Then we're going to write boost IDs equals another new table. And we're just going to write 1, 2, 3. This is going to be the dev product ID equals 3600. So that's the seconds, the time, and 1, 2, 3, 4 equals 60. Let's just do this. There we go. Then inside here, this is where we checked if the product's bought and etc. So function product module dot product bought pillar comma ID. So if IDs boost IDs, if IDs dot boost IDs ID, then set boost brackets pillar comma ID. So we haven't written the set boost function yet. But let's do that right now. So first we're going to return true. And right underneath we're going to write the set boost function. So function set boost pillar comma ID comma boost ID main module dot player stats pillar dot name dot boost ID dot go dot start. So what we do here right here is we make the boost ID into a string instead of a number, so it actually works. So there's not going to be any errors. Then dot start time equals tick main module dot player stats pillar dot name of course dot boost ID dot there we go dot remain time should be equals to ID dot boost ID dot boost IDs dot boost ID, and then game dot replicate storage dot boost event fire client game dot players pillar dot name comma IDs dot boost ID and then comma boost ID. Underneath we're going to check for the time, if the time has expired, if the boost isn't valid anymore. So function check time brackets pillar comma boost ID. So local start time equals main module dot player stats pillar dot name dot boost ID dot there we go dot start time, and local remain time equals main module dot player stats pillar dot name dot boost ID dot there we go and dot remain time. Okay, now let's check if the boost has expired. So if the remaining time minus the current time minus the start time is smaller or equals to 0, then print boost ended, return true. So what we do here is we check if the remaining time has expired. If the remaining time, so let's say 6 seconds, minus the current time, so let's say 12, and minus start time 10, is smaller or equals to 0. So that means the remaining time, what was it? 5 minus 2. What's that? That's 3. It's not underneath or equals to 0. Then the boost hasn't ended yet. There we go. Underneath, we're going to write game.replicate storage.check. Check time dot on server invoke equals check time. And we shouldn't have any brackets at the end. Now let's just add some now let's add the event. So if you're going to replicate storage, we're going to add an event, remote event. We're going to call this boost event, and we're going to add a remote function so we can talk from the client to the server to client, or server to client to server. Remote function, and we're going to call this check time. Okay, now let's handle the purchases. So we can just add a new script inside the server script service. There we go. We're gonna call this purchases. There we go. So this is gonna be a bit long script, in a long script. So local marketplace. So I'm just gonna make it short. So local marketplace service. So MPS equals game get service marketplace service. There we go. Local DSS. So data store service equals game get service data store service, and local players equals game get players. Oh, sorry, game get service players. There we go. Then we're gonna require the payment module, or no, we're gonna require the product module. So local product module, or PM, equals require script.parent.main script.product module. Local purchase history. So local purchase history store. So PHS equals data store service. No, DSS get data store. Get data store purchase history. There we go. So now let's write the function. So local function process receipt info. So local player product key equals receipt info dot player ID dot go underscore dot receipt info dot purchase ID, small d of course. Local purchase equals false. Local success comma error MSG equals pico function purchased equals, this is going to be long, purchase, so purchase history PHS get async player product key. Underneath this we're going to write if success and purchased, then return enum dot product purchase decision dot purchase granted. Else, if not success, then error data store error dot error MSG. Underneath we're gonna write local PLR equals players get player by user ID receipt info dot player ID. If not PLR, then return enum dot product purchase decision dot not processed yet. Then local handler equals PM dot product bought PLR comma receipt info dot product ID. If not success, then warn error occurred. Return enum dot product purchase decision dot not processed yet. Underneath that, we're gonna write local success, so not a success, comma error, local new success, so n success, comma n error msg equals p call function purchase history, so phs, set async player product key, comma true. If not success, then error, there we go, error, cannot save, and return enum.product purchase decision.purchase granted. And right underneath here, we're gonna write marketplace service, so marketplace service dot processed receipt equals processed receipt. So there we go, and we remove, of course, the function, or the brackets, I mean. Then, for the UI modules, so this is where we animate the timer. So if we go into replicate storage, we can add a new module, so module script. We're going to call this UI module. We're going to copy the name and paste it in here. There we go. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is to add some boost IDs. So boost IDs equals, there we go, make a new table. Gonna write 1, 2, 3 equals, and we'll write 1 hour, just like this without the space, because this is going to be used for buttons, so we can animate the buttons. So it should be very precise right here. Then the new one should be 1, 2, 3, 4, and should be equals to 1 minute. There we go. Okay, so inside the UI module, we're going to write function UI module dot create timer pli, comma time, comma boost ID, local start time equals brackets os.time plus time, while wait do local time b end, so b stands for before end, so time before the end, os.diff time start time, comma os.time, local sec, so seconds equals time before end, local minutes equals seconds divided by 60, and local hour equals minutes divided by 60. Then we can write pli.player GUI.boost UI boost IDs boost ID dot button, so just bot dot text should be equals to, and this is where we actually make the we format the hour and minutes and seconds. So percent dot d dot 2 dot 2 dot d, this one, percent again dot 2 d, percent again dot 2 d. So we have 3 of them. There we go. Format hour, comma minutes, percent 60, comma seconds, percent 60. There you go. So, oh, sorry. So now if time before end is smaller or equals to 0, then this is where we check. The thing is, we make it in a local script or a local module. So because of that, it isn't hard for the server, and we can check if the boost has expired every single millisecond. That's very good, and it's quite secure, because when we fire an event to the server, the server actually checks if the boost ID or the boost has expired. If it hasn't, it just doesn't do anything, and you can't do anything about it. So local check time equals game.replicatestorage.check time invoke server boost ID. If check time, then, so when it is returned true, if the boost is has expired, then ploi.player GUI. So we can just take this the text, you can just copy this and paste it right in here. Text should be equals to boost IDs boost ID dot we go space boost, and then right underneath we're going to write break. Then we're going to make our last script. So we're going to make some UIs. So we can just make a text button. So screen GUI. There we go. Inside this screen GUI, we're going to write first. We're going to call it boost UI. Inside, we're going to add some buttons. So text button. And here you have to name it correctly. So we're going to name this text button 1 hour but, and with capital letters correctly. And we're gonna call this text scaled right here, and we're gonna add a text 1 hour boost. There we go. You can just copy this, place it right underneath. We're gonna change the this to 1 minute boost, so the text is 1 minute boost instead. And we're going to change the name. Of course, it's very important with capital letters. 1 minute button. So 1 minute bot. And of course, underneath, we can just copy paste it again. Add it right here. Call this coin bot. I'm going to write, and the text should be coin +1. +1, there we go. I'm gonna add a so first we're gonna add a local script to the boost UI. So inside this we're gonna write local plr equals game.players.localPlayer, local marketplace service equals game get service marketplace service. Local UI module equals require game.replicatestorage.UI module. Local minute button equals script.parent wait for child 1 minute button. Local hour bot equals script.parent wait for child 1 hour button. So function prompt purchase ID marketplace service prompt product purchase plr, ID. Underneath we're going to write min button dot mouse button one click connect function prompt purchase. I'm going to write the ID, so 1 2 3. This is not a real ID, we're going to change this afterwards. And our button dot mouse button one click connect function prompt purchase 1 2 3 4. And underneath we're going to check if something was bought, so if the timer has been bought, or if the boost has been bought, or he joins with a boost. So game.replicatestorage.boost event.onClient event connect function time comma boost ID UI module dot create timer plr comma time comma boost ID. Now inside the coin button we're just going to add a script. There we go. And inside the script we're going to write local main module equals game.require game.service script service dot main module dot main script dot main module, sorry, local plr equals script.parent.parent.parent.parent, so 4 parents, and script.parent.mouse button 1 click, connect function, main module.more coins, PLR. There we go. So now let's add the products. So we have to publish this. So let me just publish this. I don't know what that sound is. This is a brand new game, so we can just publish this as my games, create new. So let's write new awesome boost game. We're gonna disable team create, and I'm gonna create it. There we go. Good. Okay, so now let's just go into the game settings, go into permission, no, security, sorry, and enable studio access to API services. Save that, and we can just save it for just to be sure. So if we go in here, I'm just gonna refresh. There we go, my game. I'm gonna click on it. I'm gonna go to dev products, developer products. I'm gonna create a new. I'm gonna call this 1 hour boost. We're gonna price this at 0 Robux. We're gonna create it. I'm gonna make a new one called 1 minute boost. 0 Robux again, and there we go. So now we have the 2 IDs. So we go back to the game. We can go into local script. We can say minute button. I'm gonna take the minute, so that's the ID. We're gonna copy and paste it in. I'm gonna take the 1 hour. I'm gonna copy and paste it in. Then if we go to the UI module right here, we're gonna just take this, so we can just do 1 hour. That's that one. I'm gonna change this. There we go. And 1 minute boost. There we go. Right here. Go change, so we can close this down. The purchases, let's see here, there isn't anything. We can just close this down. Product module, of course, we have the products. So 1 minute boost, copy and paste to the 60 seconds. And 1 hour boost, we're going to copy and paste it to 3,600 seconds. Inside the main module, we shouldn't need any. Oh yeah, that's quite important. We have to place it here. So 1 minute boost, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to place it here. And 1 hour boost, I'm going to place it right here. So I'm just going to change the ID to this and change this ID to this one. Then we can close this down. Yes, we can close this down. And the main script, let's see if there's anything we can do here. Nope. Great. Okay, so let's save it. Now let's try to play. Let's see if there are any errors first. I can't see any errors. So what happens? Yeah, we get a coin. We get 4. Okay, we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now let's buy the 1 minute boost. 1 minute boost. Yes, let's purchase it. Start. There you go. Countdown. 58 seconds. Let's press. Now we get 2 coins per click. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna skip it ahead to 5 seconds. Okay, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and there we go. Boost, 1 minute boost over. I have 100 coins now. Let's press. Now I only get 1. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope this helped you make a boost system just like the simulators. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.